Hello everybody, Ramon here. In this video I'm going to benchmark Unreal engines for the Infiltrator demo on a single GTX 1070. This video is recorded with an external recorder at 60 frames per second. So what you will see in this video will be pure performance. I'm using my Core i5 2500, which is overclocked to 4.8 GHz. Okay, the system has 16 GB of memory and the graphics card is a single GTX 1070 made by KFA2, the EX model, a latest firmware, and it is also overclocked in order to boost at 2 GHz. Now for this demo I'm going to use fraps to gather frame rate data. It does not include a built-in benchmarking mode, which is fine, no problem. We will see the basic result in this file and some analysis with flat and a comparison with the GTX 970 later. Since this demo does not have settings inside, these are the settings I am using: 1080p resolution and disable vertical sync, of course, and that's it pretty much. Full screen, etc. Nothing too important. Yes, I know, my friend. Give me a moment before I start the benchmark. I'm going to unlock the frame rate to let's say 150, 170 frames per second. Note that it will go this high. So I'm going to press the space bar now and my F11 to start my benchmarking run. benchmark. It needs a quit command to exit. So, the average frame rate was 81 frames per second. I don't remember exactly the performance that GTX 970 gave, but we will see all that with flat in a minute. So let's see what Messiah Afterburner has logged. Frame rate is very decent, above 60 frames per second for the most part, and the frame times seem okay too. But we do have the end part of the benchmark where both the frame rate, the GPU usage went down and the frame times went up. This is a difficult part of the Infiltrator demo, extremely CPU limited, and in general, as you can see, the whole demo is a very CPU limited. The GPU usage is not maxed out except this one little part. It was also CPU limited on the GTX 970, but a lot less due to the lower overall performance of the 970 compared to the 1070. CPU usage is medium to high, not greatly multi-threaded. It could be a little better, but it is a demo after all. It is not very important, but it is something we need to keep in mind. CPU temps are okay. RAM usage at 5 gigabytes. 5 gigabytes for this demo. Okay, it is a very beautiful demo, no denying that, but still 5 gigabytes is a little crazy. GPU temps are okay. They go down along with the load. Core clock of the video card is at 2 GHz throughout the run except the extremely CPU limited scenes. 2 gigabytes of memory of video RAM usage, 1.9 to be exact. And now, just for fun, although it is not very important since this is just a demo, I'm going to do a comparison 1080p and for the GPU. So I'm going to open this file, which is my recent run. Okay, and I'm also going to open my GTX 970 run, which was done back in September 2015. This one is my 970 run. Trust me, I have checked before recording this video. So at first we can see that we do have a decent performance increase compared to the 970. We went from 63.6.3, sorry, 63.3. We have a 28% performance increase, but with huge CPU limits. So this demo really does need a better CPU to perform better. Unreal Engine 4 is quite CPU heavy, and I'm afraid many people have not come to realize that. That's why I made my Q9550 versus the Sandy Bridge comparison, and in all of my Unreal Engine 4 runs the Sandy Bridge destroyed the Q9550. I'm expecting the same to happen with whatever comes after the Sandy Bridge for me. So until then, frame times. The time spent beyond 16.7 milliseconds is not too much, but it is still substantial. The histogram of the frame times show quite a lot of variance. We have frame times in the whole spectrum from 7 to 33 milliseconds. And for the comparison, GTX 970 is the pink one. These are frame times, okay. Lower frame times means better performance, of course. The frame rate is also quite higher on the GTX 1070. Min, max and averages also quite a lot better, and they would be much better if the CPU usage, the GPU usage was maxed out. Again, the 1070 was a lot more CPU limited than the GTX 970 was, which is very reasonable. Variability and stuttering, very little stuttering, quite high variability for both runs. A lot of scene changes, frame rate changes a lot, so this is normal, nothing too weird. The percentile curve also shows better performance for the 1070 in the pink, in the black, sorry, lower frame times. We want lower frame times, not higher. Time spent beyond curve. And of course the comparable frame rate overlaid with the variability and the stuttering. Interesting stuff, but it needs to get more interesting in a future rerun of this benchmark with better hardware, and of course I will do the same for all my Unreal Engine 4 benchmarks. Until then, take care my friends, and thank you very much for watching.